Some rescue stories start with a bang. This one starts with a blank. Slow, trusting, golden. Meet Reacher, a cat with a battle scar and a heart made of pure softness. The name says it all. Reacher, borrowed from the tough-as-nails TV character, because this boy had clearly been through some things. That little scar decorating his face wasn't just a mark. It was a memoir written in fur and survival, a reminder that he fought hard to make it this far. But here's the beautiful contradiction. Despite everything the streets had thrown at him, despite the cold nights and the constant searching for safety, Reacher arrived at foster mom Katie's door with an ocean of love ready to spill out. Day one, and Katie was already a goner. There was something about this gentle giant that reached right past all the logical foster parent boundaries and grabbed hold of her heart. Maybe it was the face. Maybe it was knowing that all his toughness was wrapped around the softest center. Either way, Reacher had found his safe space, even if he didn't quite know it yet. Katie set him up in what would become his personal recovery suite, her master bathroom. Now, before anyone judges the accommodations, picture this. Soft blankets everywhere, a cozy bed fit for feline royalty, dim lighting for maximum relaxation vibes, fresh food and water on demand, and a spotless litter box. Basically, a 5-star resort for a cat who'd spent far too long with a 0-star rating on life. The bathroom sanctuary served a critical purpose. Reacher needed time to decompress, to let his nervous system finally understand that teeth-bared survival mode could be switched off now. He needed to learn what indoor life even meant. Katie became his patient teacher, visiting 3 to 5 times every single day with treats, gentle words, and the kind of calm energy that whispers, "You're safe now." The transformation started almost immediately. By day 4, this formerly street tough cat was turning into what Katie could only describe as the biggest love bug she'd ever fostered. He leaned into every pet like he'd been starving for touch his entire life. He accepted kisses like they were the currency of his new kingdom. He also approached meals with the enthusiasm of someone who remembered what it felt like to wonder where the next one would come from. Watching Reacher try Churu for the first time was something special. His face went through an entire journey: suspicion, curiosity, tentative lick, and then full-blown obsession in about 7 seconds flat. The streets had taught him to be cautious. The Churu taught him that good things do exist in this world. Day by day, Reacher unfurled like a flower that had forgotten how to bloom. This was a cat learning that he didn't have to fight for every meal, every warm spot, every moment of peace.
Hello, sweet boy. How are you? Huh? You ready for some dinner?
But trust doesn't rebuild overnight, especially for a cat who carries both physical and invisible scars. Reacher scratched Katie a couple of times in those early days, not out of meanness, but out of that lingering uncertainty. And there was another layer to navigate. Reacher tested positive for FIV, feline immunodeficiency virus. This meant introductions to Katie's resident cats would need to happen slowly, carefully, with patience as the main ingredient. Katie wanted the world to understand something important. FIV positive doesn't mean isolation or a lesser life. FIV positive cats can be happy, can live with other cats, can absolutely find forever families who see past a diagnosis to the beating heart underneath. By day 10, Reacher was ready for a social experiment. Katie's friend April came to visit, and the result? Love at first pet. Reacher soaked up the attention. April fell completely for his gentle giant energy, and Katie started to see glimpses of the social butterfly this boy could become. Then came the big moment, meeting Panda, one of Katie's resident cats.
Panda, I'm gonna let Reacher come out and see you. Reacher, it's that time to meet your friends. You wanna come out for a little bit?
Plot twist, Panda and Reacher had actually been part of the same street colony in Virginia Beach. Old neighbors, perhaps, former acquaintances in the survival game. But if Reacher had any memories of their shared past, he kept them to himself. The introduction went about as smoothly as two awkward humans at a networking event. Reacher played it polite but distant. Panda looked like he'd seen a ghost and froze accordingly. No fireworks, no instant friendship, but no disaster either. Just two cats being appropriately cautious. Katie recognized the signs. Reacher needed more time, so she pumped the brakes on introductions, backing up to let him settle deeper into security. No pressure, just more quiet visits, and new experiences like his first purr pop, which was apparently a resounding success. This is who Reacher became in those 12 days, a big, gentle boy with the softest eyes and the quietest presence. Not loud, not demanding, just a soul who settles in, stretches out on a cozy bed, and offers companionship in its purest, most honest form. The soul who looks at his foster mama with those soulful eyes that seem to say thank you in a language beyond words. Reacher's street life is behind him now. He's adopted, and love is all he knows. Someone's life got infinitely better when this gentle giant with a tiny scar and the enormous heart entered the home.